Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present the 2017 Altoona Area High School Marching Band under the direction of Drum Major Natalie Holsey. The band opens this evening's festivities with the Altoona Area High School Band Fanfare and the school fight song. The Altoona Area High School Marching Band. At this time, would you please stand and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem and the Altoona Area High School alma mater. Tonight, the national anthem will be performed by violinist Jeremy Kern in honor of Kira Shearden. Kira was a member of the orchestra and chorus. Kira found her courage and strength through playing her violin and willingly sharing her love of music with everyone she came in contact with. She will be dearly missed by everyone whose life she touched. And now, an Altoona band tradition, the Downfield Lion performs with the band's Signet March Barnum and Bailey's favorite. Now let's hear some Altoona Mountain Lion Spirit with the Hay Song.
emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge.
And gentlemen, and welcome to Mansion Park Stadium. As tonight we bring you week 5 of high school football, where your Altoona Mountain Lions are taking on the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils here live at Mansion Park Stadium. This is Doug Sipes along with Chris Straumeyer and the Mountain Lion television broadcast crew to give you tonight's game. Chris, what are we looking forward to in tonight's matchup?
Oh, another beautiful night evening-wise. I mean, great weather here. It's high school football at its best. WPIAL Power Mount Lebanon comes in at 3-1, looking to hand the Mountain Lions their 4th loss, and the Mountain Lions are trying to get off the schneid after winning the first game, losing 3 in a row here. It'll be a tall task against Mount Lebanon, who really has some very outstanding players, none of which led by actually number 1, Aiden Kane, the receiver. Many catches, let's just say. 51 catches in 4 games already for Aiden Kane. He has 869 yards coming in. Definitely their leading weapon. They have 2 quarterbacks, Seth Morgan and James Stalker. Stalker's the veteran, Morgan's the younger guy. Stalker's been injured, but he's been back, so either of them are capable. Definitely, Mountain Lions have their hands full with these guys.
Yeah, well, here come the Mountain Lions on the field, and they look fired up, ready to go tonight. Mountain Lions down a few key guys tonight. Tyler Petrucci, I believe, is still out. Mitch Lawhead, and also Hunter Stoudenauer is out of the game tonight as well. So the Mountain Lions got kind of an uphill battle here tonight as far as short some personnel, some key personnel, but hopefully they come prepared and ready to go tonight against Mount Lebanon.
Yeah, you got to go with the next man up philosophy, and hopefully it works here for the Mountain Lions. They're definitely going to miss those guys. Those are some of their senior leader-type players at the skill positions, and they depend on them. The offense is very diversified. They can adjust and adapt because they like to be equally well balanced in the passing game and the running game, and if they have to lean more towards the pass, they can do so if they have to with limited running backs.
So the Mountain Lions will get ready here for the coin toss momentarily. Tonight is also, Childhood Cancer Awareness Night and month, actually, here. So we have some honorees tonight we will recognize at halftime. So tonight our honorary captains, in recognition of Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, are Timothy Boyles, who is a sophomore at Altoona High School, and Abigail Miller, who is a 6th grader at Ebner Elementary. Timothy was diagnosed in June of 2006 with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma and has been cancer-free for 10 years. And Abigail was diagnosed with Wilms tumor in 2012. She is 5 years cancer-free this year. So we are really excited about that news and excited to bring you tonight's action and also become more aware of just what's going on out there with some of our young kids.
Yeah, this is a great thing that the athletic department does, promoting cancer awareness, with children, and the success stories that we see out here are very heartwarming, and we wish that for everybody, but it's good to see at least some success stories out there to try to battle this deadly disease.
And the Brian Morton Foundation is also a big part in that fight against childhood cancer, and we'd like to recognize that foundation tonight as well.
High School, and Abigail Miller, a sixth grader at Edgar Elementary. Timothy was diagnosed in June of 2006 with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Yeah, sometimes we realize that sports are important, but there are other things out there in life that are far, far more important. And we do a good job handling this, and the crowd is just eating this up right now. This is a great, heartfelt moment here, honoring these captains.
So the captains for the Mountain Lions tonight are number 72, Javion Queen, number 3, Cam Fazick, Braden Birchfield, and number 1, Isaiah Barnes. So Altoona will take the ball here, and
Mount Lebanon won the toss and defer, which seems to be the option of choice for most people nowadays. And Altoona, of course, takes the ball, because if you don't take it now, you don't get it at all. So Mountain Lions look to get out early here and get something going, keep this high potent offense off the field for Mount Lebanon.
great crowd here tonight. Once again, extremely warm weather for this time of the year. Beautiful night here at Mansion Park.
Yeah, it's still 75 degrees out there, the scoreboard says, so that's very warm for late September in the evening here. So the Mountain Lions have got off to some bad starts with penalties the last game, and then a bad start with a turnover. They were going to score the game before, and they fumbled right at like the 1-inch line on the way in, and it went out for a touchback. A lot of unfortunate things at the beginning. So they'll really be looking to get a good start this game and try to get some momentum in a positive direction.
So Cam Fazick and Shakim Copeland are back deep for the Mountain Lions. And getting ready to kick it away is number 53, Bart Barsick. For the Blue Devils. So the referees adjourn their meeting at midfield, and we can get underway.
The Altoona area school district extends a warm welcome to the players, coaches, school officials, parents, and fans from Mount Lebanon High School. We hope you enjoy your visit to Mansion Park.
So, we talked about the good start, and a lot of times, Mount Lebanon is a stone's throw away from about 4 huge schools over there. They get in their bus and they ride 5 minutes to an away game a lot of times. This 2-hour trip for them, sometimes they get a little rusty getting off the bus, and Mountain Lions have taken advantage of things like that in the past, and they haven't been recently. So see if they can maybe do that a little bit here.
So momentarily here, we will be underway. Week 5 of high school football, and here we go. And Copeland will go back into the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, once it crosses the goal line in high school, you can't bring it out, so the Mountain Lions will start at the 20. Now, Braden Birchfield, a 6'2", 180-pound senior for the Mountain Lions, has done a great job of getting rid of the ball, keeping it when he has to, reading the defenses, and picking up some yards on the ground this year. Just sometimes, he can't do it all himself with all the guys hurt around him. So that's something we'll have to look for here.
I think there was an equipment issue with Tyler Wagner, and they had to pull him out. And the Altoona fans looking for a pass interference call on that, but I think honestly,
Jonah Brandt just kind of stopped, maybe?
yeah, I think he kind of stopped and
Looking for the back shoulder, and Braden threw it down the field. I don't know if the defensive back grabbed him or not. It was definitely weird looking, that's
yeah,
for
it
sure.
looked like he got tripped up or he tripped over his feet there and fell down. Nonetheless, we were looking at 2nd and 10 from their own 20 for the Mountain Lions. They pitch out to Copeland, and he will pick up 2 on the play. So it'll be 3rd and 8.
Michael Palmer, number 26, was the
Yeah,
tackle.
Shaquem Copeland just called into duty here for the Mountain Lions. He's a 5'10", 170-pound senior. Has had very limited playing time until these guys have been hurt in the last 2 weeks. He's been out there a lot.
And there's a flag on the play. And again, everybody gets a little tied up there. Pass was intended for Cam Fazick.
And that was a pre-snap flag that they didn't blow dead, so I'm guessing some kind of formation or motion. Yeah, not enough men on the line of scrimmage for Altoona.
So once again, we get these situations where they just get these penalties at inopportune times. So that'll bring up 4th and 8 as the Blue Devils decline that penalty. And Alex Bardinelli will get ready to punt it away for the Mountain Lions.
And we get our first look at Aiden Kane back with the football here, sitting back at the Mountain Line 45-yard line.
And the kick is up. Fair catch called for at the 49.
Aiden Kane, number 1, with the fair catch.
So Aiden Kane takes the fair catch, and the Blue Devils will start at the Mountain Line 49 here with 11:10 left in the first quarter. No score yet.
There's a flag down, I think.
Legal procedure on the kicking team. 6 men on the line of scrimmage. That penalty is declined. Call to play, first down.
Not enough guys on the line of scrimmage again. That's obviously something they're going to have to correct.
All right, let's see if we can get a rhythm going here in this game. And 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils.
James Stalker, the senior's in there, quarterback in shotgun formation with Antonio Lasota behind him.
And they throw it out to their playmaker, Aiden Kane, and he must have gotten taken out of bounds there.
Just get the ball in his hands, much like the Steelers do with Antonio Brown. Just quick, get the ball in his hands. He does a great job running after the catch. We saw him on film this week. We were talking tremendous job after the catch, and we just saw it right there where he made something happen. If not just stepping out of bounds, he might have gone the whole way.
So 1st and 10 on the Mountain Line 22 for the Blue Devils. They fake the pass, go with the run.
Antonio Lasota, number 14, the ball carrier.
Antonio Lasota on the carry. He will get out close to a first down. It'll be 2nd and 2.
5'9", 165-pound senior Lasota is their leading rusher on the season.
And they pitch out.
And the ball's loose.
The ball's loose. Altoona capitalizes on a huge turnover by the Blue Devils. Big break for the Mountain Lions there. And number 7, James Stalker, just didn't pitch it out far enough and off the fingertips of Lasota. And here we go, Mountain Lions. 1st and 10 on their own 17. Cam Fazick in motion. They're going to try a little trickery there for a pickup of almost 3.
Number 11, Blake Birchfield.
Yeah, that might have been illegal block of some kind by the Mountain Lions.
Personal foul, hit on defense player. That's the goal. First down.
Hit on a defenseless player.
Wow.
That's point of emphasis this year.
So that will take Altoona back to the 9. And they will have a 1st and 19 from their own 9-yard line here with 10:24 left in the first quarter. Again, no score. Altoona nothing, Mount Lebanon nothing. Birchfield drops back to throw. He's going to let one fly, and he overthrows Isaiah Barnes.
Number 1, Isaiah Barnes.
Altoona looking to get out of their own end in a hurry there.
Yeah, it was good coverage over there. I believe that was number 25, Stevens, for Mount Lebanon. He definitely had Barnes hemmed in.
2nd and 19, again from their own 9. This time Birchfield on the keeper. He will pick up 5 maybe on the play.
Powers. Gain 7 on the play.
He picks up 7.
3rd down
Stopped by number 8, Cam Powers.
and 12 at the 16-yard line.
Yeah, and see, a 7's a good gain. I mean, that sets you up well for the next downs, but the problem is you put yourself in the hole, then an incomplete, and now you have 3rd and behind to change, 3rd and 12.
They look across the middle. Wide open Tyler Wagner. He will catch that for an Altoona Mountain Line 1st down.
I mean, that was great coverage by Charlie Gordon, number 22, for Mount Lebanon. He was right on him, but the throw was perfect. Wagner pulls it in. 1st down Mountain Lions. That was a great play.
9:26 left. Birchfield looks out to the flat, gets Cam Fazick, and he will end up picking up 2 on the play.
Cameron Basic, Kyle Goody.
And that's their version of the running play right now with the limited backfield that they have. They quick get the ball out and have a guy pick up 2 or 3. Keeps the defense honest.
2nd down and 8.
2nd and 8 on their own 40 for the Mountain Lions. 8:54 left here in the first quarter. No score. Birchfield drops back again. Looking out, complete to Jonah Brandt.
Jonah Brandt.
Yeah, quick little hitch out to Brandt, picks up another 6. Now this is what they need to do. This puts them at 3rd down and 2. That's kind of manageable now.
3rd down and 2 at the 46-yard line.
They can keep that quick passing game up, which is very hard to stop. I mean, that quick passing game, it's hard to cover the guy that closely.
Give it to Cam Fazick, who picks up the 1st down.
And they run the jet sweep. 1st down, Mountain Lions moving the football. Fazick made that first guy miss before. He got about 10 on that play, giving the Mountain Lions 1st down and some new life here.
So with 8:11 left here in the first quarter, no score. 1st and 10 for the Mountain Lions in Blue Devil territory on the 43. Up the middle to Shaquem Copeland, and nobody stopped him. And he will go all the way for a Mountain Lions score to put the Mountain Lions on top 6-0 here with 8:03 left in the first quarter.
43-yard run for Shaquem. It was a quick hit or a quick belly play there. And once he got past that first line of defenders, it was a great hole. Mountain Lions opened up, and there was nobody back. And off he went.
That's just what the Mountain Lions needed. Andrew Eisel here to attempt the extra point.
I'm not going to say that was surprising, but that drive was surprising. A great job by the Mountain Lions.
Great play calls.
Yep.
And the kick is up. And it is good. 7-0 Mountain Lions with 8:03 left here in the first.
You know, that was the quick start we needed. We thought maybe that would happen on the first drive. Then the fumble really helped them out, and the Mountain Lions take advantage of that turnover, which is what you have to do.
Yeah.
If teams are going to give you, some kind of help, then you have to take advantage of it. And the Mountain Lions do a good job doing that with some quick hitters and then a nice 43-yard run to cap it off. And golly,
Yeah.
7-0 Mountain Lions. They have the lead.
So Alex Berardinelli will get ready to kick it away for the Mountain Lions.
Gold ribbon tonight and for the remainder of September and beyond. Altoona High School students will be in the stands with gold ribbon. Your donation of at least $1 will help our kids with dancing.
Michael Palmer and Aiden Kane are back for Mount Lebanon.
And Palmer will pick it up at his own 5. He gets out across the 20. He will get out to about the 28-yard line.
Michael Palmer on the return. To Kim Copeland with the tackle.
So Palmer about a 23-yard return on that one.
23-yard return.
And Mount Lebanon will get started here.
First and 10, Blue Devils.
So 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils on their own 28-yard line with 7:56 left here in the first quarter. Again, Mountain Lions on top, 7-0.
Triangle left there on this one. People try to get people lost in a shuffle, and it did not work. And he just threw the ball away.
Yeah. Great coverage by the Mountain Lions.
Incomplete pass brings up second down.
Now, Aiden Kane had about a 30-yard buffer with anybody around him, but there was too much pressure in Stalker's face, and he couldn't get him.
Second and 10 from their own 28 for the Blue Devils. Well covered by Jonah Brandt for a huge loss on the play.
On the tackle number 5, Lucas DeCaro.
Yeah, that was a great job by Brandt over there. Lucas DeCaro, they tried to get the ball out to him. And they lose a couple more yards on the thing. 4, I guess. It's going to be 3rd and 14. Mountain Lions coming out fired up on defense here.
Third down at 15 to 23.
Aiden Kane's in the middle on the right side here. You would think Stalker would look his way.
He is.
And there he is.
Completes the pass, and
there he
he's
goes.
going to go. Flag on the play.
And there's a flag on the play.
I think it's going to be a sideline warning on Altoona because the flag is right on the sideline. Otherwise, that's a 77-yard touchdown to Kane.
So Coach Felix is going to talk it over with the official, and we will get an explanation here shortly of what's going on.
Sideline warning against Altoona.
So it is a sideline warning against the Mount Lions, and it is 7-6.
And it looked like, I mean, I was watching the coverage, and it looked like the Mountain Lions had him blanketed. And somehow a couple guys kind of bounced into each other, and I don't know if they're complaining about that. And Stalker threw it anyway, just having confidence in his player, and he broke open 77 yards. Kane has 2 catches for 105 yards already. We are, 3 minutes and 20 seconds into the game. He has 100 yards already. Pretty impressive.
So the extra point is up, and it is good. And we are all tied here at 7 with 6:41 left in the first quarter.
We are tied at 7.
Barsick adds that tying extra point here, and it's 7-7. So far, here we have a ball game on our hands. Mountain Lions are definitely playing more inspired. They gave up that big play there, but the couple previous plays were some energy that we haven't seen in the last couple weeks out of them. So, you know, they can't get their heads down. It's a tie ball game.
Got to keep moving and let that drive go and move on offense. So the officials having another
I think the fans are a little
conversation,
grumpy about the fact that there's been about 5 penalties all Altoona's way and none the other side. But, you know, it is what it is. You got to play football. You can't worry about that. Copeland and Fazick back again.
So let's see what the Mountain Lions can do here on offense. Hopefully get some great field position after the kickoff. And the kick is away, and Shaquem Copeland will bring it down at the 5 for the Mountain Lions. He gets across the 25, and he will get out to about the 29-yard line. Or I'm sorry, the 24-yard line. So the Mountain Lions will have 1st and 10 on their own 24 with 6:34 left here in the first quarter. We are tied at 7.
So curious to see if the Mountain Lions come out and do the same kinds of things they were doing.
You look for the screen out to Tyler Wagner, and he will pick up 8 on the play.
Yeah, he made a little move there, made somebody miss, and leaned forward for about 8.
Second and 2 on their own 32 for the Mountain Lions here with approaching 6 minutes left here in the first. Tied up at 7. And Shaquem Copeland will pick up the first down for the Mountain Lions. He gets out across the 35 to about the 37.
Give them 5 there on that one, first down. And the Mountain Lions, when they run this hurry-up offense and they're actually moving the ball, it's extremely effective. It wears the defense out. They don't really have a chance to sub.
Birchfield looking down.
Somehow Isaiah Barnes
Came down with it, but he was out of bounds.
But he was out of bounds. Yeah. He reached over him somehow and caught that. It was an incredible play, but he was out of bounds.
Yeah, I was just about to commend number 17 on the coverage for that's Seth Morgan from Mount Lebanon, and then Isaiah Barnes came out with it.
That was great coverage, actually. Yeah, you're right. Now he's the junior that started the year at quarterback,
Right.
and had several good games. But Stalker, it was his job. He's the senior. He come back and supplanted him, and they've both thrown for a lot of yards already.
Nice pass to Tyler Wagner, although there is a flag on the play. So it looks like it's going to be against the Mountain Lions.
Ineligible receiver downfield on the offense. The 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Second down.
Ineligible receiver. I didn't see that. It must have been. I'm not sure what it was.
I don't know. The play was so quick, I don't even know how
Right.
someone could have got down.
Unless Wagner was the ineligible receiver because of where he lined up, maybe. They've had trouble with that.
Yeah, that had to be what it was.
Right.
And give is to Copeland. He will lose another yard on the play. So again, that brings up a huge third down. Actually, he loses 2 on the play.
And you take that all for granted. All the practices they do, you got to know where to line up. Now, that being said, Coach Felix, his offense is very complicated. A lot of formations, a lot of different things. And the Mountain Lions obviously aren't doing a good job being in the right spot so far.
Birchfield rolling out, looking downfield. He lets it go, and it's going to be short of his intended receiver, Isaiah Barnes. So the Mountain Lions will have to punt it. And we will see once again Alex Berardinelli for the Mountain Lions. So 4:46 left here in the first quarter. Tied at 7. The Mountain Lions looking at a 4th and 18. And we'll have to punt it away.
And Aiden Kane will be back.
Back at about his own 40-yard line. And Berardinelli just gets that away.
Good job of keeping it away from him.
Although it took a Blue Devil bounce and came back toward the Mountain Lions.
Yeah.
They will down at about the 45.
I mean, it was a 20-some yard punt, but there was no return, and it was better than maybe what Aiden Kane could do with the ball.
Anthony's gold ribbon day in Altoona. Students are in the stands right now with gold ribbons, the official awareness symbol of all childhood cancer. Also, they are selling Kill Tribute bracelets for $1 honoring Emma Austin.
Mount Lebo comes out 4 wide. Trips right here. DeSoto behind Stalker.
Pass completion to number 6, Austin Graybill.
About 9-yard pass to Austin Grable, number 6.
Birchfield with the tackle.
That's the same kind of thing the Mountain Lions are trying to do with that quick passing game.
Second down to 1 and Mountain Lion territory at the 45.
About 4:10 left here in the first quarter. Low snap. And Stalker just gets the pitch out, but they will lose 4 yards on the play.
There's a pitch out to John Naylor, number 23. And Mike Focarelli did a good job getting in the backfield, dragging him down for a couple-yard loss there. Brings up 3rd and about 3 here.
And a pickup of the first down by number 5, Lucas DeCaro.
And that's right there. That play is dependent on two guys, number 27 Spencer Curran and number 5 Lucas DeCaro or DeCaro caught it, Austin Graybill, to hit their blocks. And they did. They blocked their man, and Mount Lebo gets the first down.
And handoff hit immediately by the Mount Lions.
Gage Hill in there, among others. I don't think anybody blocked anybody on that play.
No. Loss of 2 on the play. Big defensive play there for the Mount Lions. Brings up a 2nd and 12 for Mount Lebanon with about 2:50 left here in the first quarter. Again, we're all tied at 7. 2nd and 12 on the Mount Line 43 for Mount Lebanon. Stalker drops back, throw. Complete to number 5, Lucas DeCaro. Or that's Austin Graybill.
Yeah, Graybill down the seam. I mean, that's just a great job of hitting the receiver in stride on the seam. Right down between the two deep zone of the Mountain Lions, and Mount Lebo's in business down in the red zone now.
1st and 10 on the Mount Line 13. And we're going to get
chain problem over there, I think. Chain gang dropped the ball. So maybe a broken link.
Could be. I hope they get it fixed. Looks like they did, and here we go. $2:15 left here in the first quarter. Tied at 7, 1st and 10 on their own 13 for Mount Lebanon. Stalker with the handoff to number 23, who gets very close to breaking the plane, but he was down about half a foot shy of the goal line.
John Naylor, number 23, fighting down there.
First and 1 on the 1. Stalker with the handoff to Naylor, who runs into the pile, and
he does not
going to get in.
John Naylor on the carry. Hit by Gage Hill.
Gage Hill making a big stop for the Mount Lions. Approaching 1:15 here left in the first quarter, tied at 7. And this time, John Naylor will go into the end zone untouched and put Mount Lebanon on top of the Mount Lions, 13-7 with 1:10 remaining in the first quarter.
This time, Gage Hill guessed on the wrong side of the guard there, and Naylor went on the other side of the guard, and there was a big hole, and Gage Hill couldn't plug it up, and he waltzes in the end zone. Mount Lebanon takes the lead.
And the kick is up, and it is good. 14-7, Mount Lebanon with 1:10 left here in the first quarter.
Lebanon takes the lead 14-7.
That was a pretty good job by Mount Lebanon. Got the Mountain Lions on their heels a little bit with that long pass play, and then put it in on that 1-yard run by Naylor. Mountain Lions have had a little success offensively. They just can't shoot themselves in the foot with penalties. That's what they have to avoid. Young linebackers for the Mountain Lions, Jonah Brandt, Jake Hunter, playing out there. Adam Port, 10th grader on the defensive line. you know, you wonder, how good or how different, should I say, the game might be with some of the older, more experienced guys back so far. But so far, 14-7, very close game.
So back for the Mount Lions, Copeland. And who else is back for the Mount Lions? Can you see?
Well, it's Fazik's not back there.
No.
23. Avery McCauley.
Oh, yeah. And Copeland bobbles it, but he picks it back up, and he'll get out to about the 16 or 17-yard line.
26, Michael Palmer with the tackle.
Michael Palmer on the stop for Mount Lebanon. So we got about a minute left here in the first quarter. Mount Lions down 14-7. Give it to Cam Fazik. He will get back to about the line of scrimmage.
Tim McMullen, number 29, with the tackle.
Yeah, Mount Lebanon smelled that jet sweep out. And you're right, I think it's no gain at all. So
Tim McMullen on the stop for Mount Lebanon. 53 seconds left here in the first quarter. 14-7 Mount Lebanon. 2nd and 10 for the Mount Lions.
they tried Copeland up the middle, and that was just all plugged up with the defensive line of Mount Lebanon. Big number 71 in there, Michael Ferlino.
Tackle by number 71, Boomer Ferlino.
So it'll bring up 3rd down and 8 for the Mount Lions with 25 seconds left here.
And you like to see the Mount Lions get the ball out here with the trips and have them block it up too, the way that Mount Lebanon did.
And that was just a tough throw to make for Birchfield.
And Wagner really wasn't open. There's
A lot of pressure on Birchfield. He had to get rid of that. So with 17 seconds left, it'll bring out Alex Berardinelli once again. Punt it away. 4th and 8. Important here for Alex to get a good punt off, so Mount Lebanon has no chance of returning this. And he does. Out to the 50-yard line with 7 seconds left.
31-yard punt, no return.
So we'll see if Mount Lebanon takes a shot downfield here with 7 seconds. Trips to the far side of the field. Stalker gets back into shotgun formation. Drops back to throw. He is looking downfield. Has a man open, number 6. And just like that, Mount Lebanon comes back and scores with 7 seconds left in the first quarter.
Touchdown strike number 6, Austin Graybill.
yeah, just
First quarter,
Grable.
the extra point here, be a break for the fourth.
Gets wide open down the seam again. That play's got them a few times now.
So 20-7, Blue Devils on top of the Mount Lions here. And once again, number 53, Bart Barsick, will attempt the extra point. It's up, and it is good. And that'll make it 21-7. Mount Lebanon on top of Altoona as we get ready here shortly to start the second quarter.
Yeah, that's tough. No pressure on the quarterback, and he had all day. And he was looking at Kane to the left, and Kane was covered. Then he changed his mind, just fired it down the middle. 6 points, 50 yards later.
And that's just how quick Mount Lebanon can do their thing, and Mount Lions have got to be conscious of that. And they've faced two really good quarterbacks here in 2 weeks.
Yep. Yeah, there's some good players on their schedule, that's for sure.
$712. Tanner Yoder, a sixth grader at Logan, will draw the 50-50. We draw right on the 50-yard line. That's why we call it the 50-50. 50-50, $712 coming up at halftime.
So this is where the Mountain Lions really can't get down on themselves here. They got another quarter here to get back into the game before half.
Right, exactly.
They're only 2 scores down. Barsick will get ready to kick it away for the Blue Devils. And we start the second quarter. A short kick.
There's nobody there. They better go get it.
And Mount Lebanon recovers.
Yep.
That is not what the Mountain Lions wanted to do there.
That's a live ball. You got to go get it, and nobody went and got
It
it.
seemed like everybody ran from it, and I don't know if they were talking to each other or what, but so all of a sudden, Mount Lebanon, 1st and 10 on the Mount Line, 17, up 21-7 here with 11:57 left in the first half. Stalker out to his playmaker, Aiden Kane. He's going to get down the sideline, and he will get knocked out of bounds.
I think we have a block in the back on that one. Mount Lebanon's going to get their first penalty of the game, I think. Oh, holding.
10-yard penalty from the start. Bottom foul. Repeat first down.
So that puts Mount Lebanon back on the 28-yard line.
So 1st and 22 on the Mount Line, 28. Quick hitter. Out to Aiden Kane. He's going to try and get to the outside, and he gets close to the original line of scrimmage.
Stop by number 11, Craig Birchfield.
That'll bring up 2nd and 12. So with 11:42 left here in the first half, 21-7 Blue Devils on top of the Mount Lions, looking at a 2nd and 12 on the Mount Line 18. Stalker pitches out to, is that number 11?
DeSoto.
Or number 14, Antonio DeSoto, or Lesotho, and he will get to the end zone there and make it a 27-7 game with 11:35 left here in the first half.
No, that was pretty easy, and that's disheartening there whenever you don't see them, put up a fight there. they had been doing a good job all game long of hanging tough out there.
Barsick will kick it away, and it's good. 28-7 with 11:35 left here in the first half. Mount Lebanon on top of the Mountain Lions here at Mansion Park.
The Mountain Lions are on the road next week when they journey 114 miles to play Cannon-McMillan High School. The kickoff Friday is at 7 p.m. in Cannonsburg.
So next week, Mountain Lions go to Cannon-McMillan, and they're not quite Mount Lebanon, but they're no slouch either. And it never gets any easier here in the WPIAL on Friday nights in the fall.
Then we'll be back in 2 weeks for the homecoming matchup with Hempfield.
Yeah, homecoming's always a fun time. Put all those candidates out there. Hopefully the weather will cooperate. The girls are all in their dresses and the guys are all dressed up nicely, escorting them, and hopefully the weather will cooperate for that for them. Seems like this has happened a lot already tonight. Mountain Lions are back receiving the kickoff. Fazick and Copeland back.
And this time the kick is away. Copeland will field it at the 10. He gets out across the 20, hit about the 22-yard line, and he is going nowhere.
It's Tim Copeland on the return. Spencer Curran, Michael Palmer with the tackle.
So Spencer Curran on the stop for Mount Lebanon. Mount Lions take over here, 1st and 10 from their own 21-yard line with 11:26 left in the first half, down 28-7. Birchfield out to Fazick, complete, but it will maybe pick up 1 on the play. Look here, giving him 2 yards. So it will be 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, and that's the play right there that you have to break the tackle. Seth Morgan does a good job for Mount Lebanon making the tackle. That's a 2-yard gain. If he doesn't make that tackle, Fazick's down down the field another 15 yards because it was wide open behind that. You need the playmakers out here to run this kind of thing.
Out to Fazick again, and he's going to be pulled down, but I think he may have picked it up. Oh, no, he's just a yard shy of the first down.
They're calling him just short.
Picks up 7 on the play, brings down 3rd and 1 with 10 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the first half.
And Barnes gave him a good block on that one, but he hesitated to try to make a move on the next guy and then let the guy behind him drag him down short of the first down.
They give it to Copeland, and he gets hit immediately for a 1-yard loss. And that's going to bring up 4th and a long 2. And Berardinelli will come back out to punt again for the Mountain Lions.
Just nowhere for him to go on that play.
And the ball was fielded at the 45. Was that Aiden Kane?
It was. I thought I saw a fair catch, but guess not.
Isaiah Barnes on the stop. So 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils on their own 45-yard line with 9:23 left here in the first half. They are up 28-7. And Mount Lebanon just looking to pour it on here, and there's definitely they're going to call a trip. Pass interference against the Mountain Lions, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, usually in football, if you don't try to trip somebody, you usually don't call that. They call it incidental contact. That's the term they use all the time. But they call it here. It's only 15 yards. It's not like the NFL.
Feet got tangled up. No interference.
No, and they did pick up. They picked up the penalty. That's exactly what happened. That is probably the right call. It was an accidental trip. He was not trying to make contact with him, and sometimes guys run into each other, and that's the way they handle it in football. So that was a good job of the officials there, picking up the foul, or picking up the penalty, should I say. No foul. No harm, no foul. Second down, Mount Lebanon. Pass out to Aiden Kane.
With the reception. Mike Borgarelli, number 15, tackler.
Give him about 11 on that catch. That's Kane's fourth catch for 126 yards. First and 10, Mount Lebanon at the 43-yard line of the Mountain Lions. Pitch out to Kane again, splits the defense. And we got another penalty.
A flag on the play.
Another illegal block of some kind down the field on number 6. Austin Graybill for Mount Lebanon. And that's going to push him back.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the ball. Repeat first down.
So we got a hold.
So that'll take it about back to the line of scrimmage. It's almost like it never happened. Somehow they gained a yard on that play like it never happened. So it's 1st and 9 now. That always boggles my mind.
That's the first of the half.
Timeout Altoona. Talk it over a little bit here.
So 28-7, Mount Lebanon, with 8:42 left here in the first half.
So the Mountain Lions, undermanned, have to do the best they can to make it difficult for Mount Lebanon to score. I mean, that's kind of the bottom line, and they have to score themselves. So they did score a touchdown, and a couple other drives they shot themselves in the foot. But out of the 4 Mount Lebanon drives, one was an onside kick. That was an accidental onside kick that nobody recovered 30 yards down the field. So they only had 17 yards to go to score. And one play was a 77-yard pass. One play was a 50-yard pass. So only one time they made them drive the field to score. And that's kind of what you have to do. You can't give up those big plays and make it easy on the defense.
So 1st and 8 on the Mountain Line 42. Stalker looks to throw, and we got another flag.
First it was all penalties on the Mountain Lions. Now it's all penalties on Mount Lebanon.
Ball start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
So it's still first down and now 14. A lot of strange stuff going on here.
Stalker's looking downfield. He's got a man wide open again. And finally brought down by number 13 for the Mountain Lions.
Nick Villano.
Nick Villano.
Is that 5 or 6 that caught that? I can't really tell.
I don't know.
Lucas DeCaro on the reception.
It's
Yeah,
number
it was
5.
number 5, Lucas DeCaro.
It's that play down the seam again. They just keep throwing the guy down the middle.
And here we go, another score by number 23, John Naylor. And that'll put the Blue Devils up 34-7 here with 8:19 left in the first half.
The big plays. Can't give up those big plays.
So Barsick back to attempt the extra point. It is up and looks like it's good. 35-7 with 8:19 left here in the first half. The Lebanon Blue Devils on top of the Altoona Mountain Lions here at Mansion Park.
Yeah, after that initial turnover by Mount Lebanon and the Mount Lions get out and score, it's been all Mount Lebanon since with 35 straight points, dominating pretty much most of this first half here. And there's still 8 minutes left in the first half. But putting on a clinic, basically, Mount Lebanon is doing right now. Mountain Lions have to do something about this. I mean, they can, you can crawl up in a ball here, or you can try to fight your way out of it. And hopefully they have some fight left in them here.
Kick is away. It's going to be fielded at the 10.
Avery McCauley.
Avery McCauley, number 23, on the return. Canaway, number 27, sets return.
5'8", 135-pound sophomore Avery McCauley back there.
Let's see if the Mount Lions can put together a good drive here. Get something positive here into the first half. They look out to throw to Cameron Fazick, and it's going to be short.
Pass intended for number 3, Cameron Fazick. The blue pass brings up second.
So that'll be incomplete. 2nd and 10 from their own 32 now for the Mountain Lions.
And that's the play I was talking about. Get it out there and let some guys block it up for you. See if you can go get a few yards out of it. But Birchfield just had the ball down on the turf and couldn't complete the pass. That play's worked well for the Mountain Lions tonight at times.
Birchfield looking to throw. Big
Screen.
penetration. Uh-oh. The Mountain Lions, just what they needed, a big play. All the way down to the 22-yard line.
Screen pass to Shaquem Copeland.
Michael Palmer.
Shaquem has a little bit of speed in open field there. And takes the ball all the way down to the, what are they going to mark it at, the 20-yard line? 22-yard line? 36-yard pickup.
46 yards completion.
And this time the keeper by Birchfield, and he will pound his way forward for a gain of 4 on the play.
Oh, I guess they were at the 32. That was a 46-yard completion. That was a big play for the Mountain Lions to get them down here. Now they got to take advantage of it. And Birchfield should keep it more often. He actually is very mobile, does a good job with his legs.
And physical, hard to bring down. And Mount Lions 2nd and 6 here.
Timeout,
And
Altoona.
Altoona's going to call their second timeout.
Altoona. That's their second of the half.
Get a score here, you never know. Get back in this ball game. They prove they can score. They prove they can make a big play or two. Can they stop them? That's what they have to prove yet.
That's the question. It's tough with all the injuries Mount Lions have. You know, most of their guys going both ways.
Exactly, and we've seen that time and time again where they really kind of run out of gas in the second half. They really do. I mean, there's just too many guys trying to go both ways. The offense plays a hurry-up offense too. That kind of lends to that too. Like I said, what an offense when the thing is in rhythm and moving the ball. Tremendous offense. But when they go 3 and out, that's so quick that sometimes the defense doesn't get their time to get rested.
So again, 2nd and 6 on the Blue Devil 18 for the Mount Lions. And they get Blue Devils to jump off sides. That'll give them another 5.
They must have been getting very predictable with their snap count. They changed it up.
Encroachment on the defense.
And got Mount Lebanon to jump.
Second out.
It's going to be second and very, very short now.
2nd and 1 on the 13. Birchfield looks to throw, has a man wide open, and Cam Fazick, touchdown.
13-yard touchdown. Birchfield to Fazick.
Again, Birchfield right on the money.
That was a great pass, great pitch and catch.
So it's 35-13 with 7:09 left here in the first half.
They're missing somebody.
Jonah Brandt.
The wingman. Can't be missing your wingman.
That's twice I've noticed he's been late getting out there. I wonder if he was moved this week.
That could be, right?
And the kick is up and good by Andrew Eisel. So we are looking at 35-14. Blue Devils with 7:09 left here in the first half.
I mean, we've seen 49 points here so far, and there's still 7 minutes left till halftime. There's a lot of big plays, a lot of points being scored. If you like defense, you don't want to come here tonight. That's for sure. So, you know, the Mountain Lions have actually had some good spurts throughout this year at times. And the problem is consistency, and don't lose those spurts. So if they can get a little momentum here going, who knows what can happen. Get a stop here, first and foremost. You know, Mount Lebanon's like, oh boy, no, they scored. We'll just answer them right back. That's what Mount Lebanon feels right now. We'll just throw it down the middle of that seam play. They haven't seemed to stop it yet. So the Mountain Lions have to rule some coverage over and stop that down the middle play, or maybe go to a 3 deep or something different, some different look in some fashion that gives Stalker something else to look at other than what he's seeing, because his eyes must be big as basketballs right now every time guys go out for a pass.
So Alex Berardinelli will get ready to kick it away. And it'll be fielded at the 10 by the Blue Devils out across almost across the 30-yard line to about the 29.
53. Adam Port on that play.
Adam Port, a big sophomore for the Mount Lions. 6'2", 210 pounds. First and 10 from their own 29. And pickup of 6 on the play for Antonio Lasota, number 14.
And they just want to run just enough to keep them unpredictable. I mean, run here, run there. Be ready to fire it in the air here.
And they pitch out. Pick up the first down. I think that was Lasota. Again, he just ran over someone for the Mount Lions, but Cam Fazic eventually stops him.
Well, there's your big play again. This time it was on the ground.
42-yard run.
Lasota just went around the outside for 42 yards there on the Mountain Lions.
So first and 10 on the Mountain Line 23. They're looking into the end zone and just overthrows the receiver.
And they tried the double move play there, and Fazic let him get behind him, and he was open. He just overthrown on that play was Naylor, number 23.
(35-14) Blue Devils. 6:18 left here in the first half. Second and 10 on the Mountain Line 23. Stalker drops back to throw. Under a little bit of pressure, he rolls out. Has a man open in the end zone,
Just out of
he's
bounds.
just out of bounds.
You could see him watching. Kane started on the left and drifted all the way across. And you could see Stalker rolling out, looking for his man. And he had him, just ran out of real estate. Big play here for the Mountain Lions. They can get a stop here. Probably be a field goal try. Their kicker was good within 40 in pregame, so they probably would go for a field goal here. But who knows with the score? They might not.
They look across the middle, wide open once again up the seam.
Doesn't really matter.
No. Aiden Kane.
There's a penalty flag down, and I don't know what it is here. Back at the line of scrimmage. And it looks like it's going to be on Mount Lebanon. They're all coming back.
Ineligible receiver downfield on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
You can go weeks and weeks and weeks without seeing that call. We've seen that twice tonight.
Yeah.
Calls a touchdown back from Mount Lebanon.
So third and 15 for Mount Lebanon at the Mount Line 28. 6:05 left here in the first half. Stalker on the keeper, and he will get very close to a first down.
Stalker on the carry.
And they ran Kane in motion away from the play. And when the defender followed, that made the play
Gain of 14.
easier to run on the right side. Mount Lebanon outnumbered the Mountain Lions. It's going to be 4th and short. They're going to go for it.
And the Mountain Lions this time get caught jumping. And they won't even have to run a play to pick up this first down.
Before the snap, encroachment on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Results of first down.
So Mount Lebanon, 1st and 10 on the mountain line, 9-yard line. First and goal. Actually on the 9. 5:57 left here in the first half. 35-14 Mount Lebanon.
I think Coach Felix tried to call a timeout on that last play and he didn't get it. And that's what they're talking about down there. But
And the give was to Antonio Lasota.
Jacob Willie on the stop.
he takes it down to about the 2.
Second and goal from the 2. And there will be a flag on the play.
Holy cow. I thought that was a bird.
He threw that pretty far.
That was pretty far.
Holding in the offense.
He saw a hold from back there, I guess. He might have pulled some elbow ligaments there. Have to have Tommy John surgery. So that's going to take him back 10. That changes the dynamic here.
So it'll be second and goal from the 13.
Holding. Offense, 10-yard penalty from the spot. Second down.
It might be due for somebody to just guess on a route here and Stalker throw an interception.
He rolls out.
He missed.
And touchdown, Mount Lebanon.
Touchdown number 8, Cam Powers.
Cam Powers on the reception there, junior for the Blue Devils. And that'll put them up 41-14 with 5:09 left here in the first half.
He had a guy open in the first place, and he didn't throw it to him, but that didn't matter. He found Powers anyway.
Kick is up by Barsick. And it is good.
By Barsick, 42-14, Blue Devils.
Braden Birchfield almost got in there to get a paw on that and block it.
That's 8 touchdowns so far we got. A lot of scoring here.
42-14 with 5:09 left in the first half. Mount Lebanon Blue Devils on top of the Altoona Mountain Lions here at Mansion Park.
Mount Lebanon's only loss of the year was to Pine Richland, who's a very, very good team, ranked number 1 or 2 in the state, depending on which poll you look at. And that was 53-29. There was lots of points in that game. And we're almost approaching that here by halftime, though. Both quarterbacks in that game threw for 400 yards. The Pine Richland Mount Lebanon game. It wasn't Stalker, though. It was the other quarterback, Seth Morgan, the younger guy, which is a WPIAL record, the first time it's ever happened into WPIAL, by the way.
McCauley fields it at the 10, and he will be brought down about the 24-yard line.
Avery McCauley on the return.
See if I can get a hold of maybe some stats later. But Stalker has to have a heck of a lot of yards passing tonight already.
First and 10 at 24.
I got Kane for 4 catches for 126 yards, and he's thrown a lot of long plays to other people. He's got to be well over 250 yards now. Stalker does in the first half.
First and 10 for the Mountain Lions from their own 24. They give to Copeland. He tries to get to the outside, and he will be brought down
Kick in Copeland.
by number 56, Coleman Coco.
Coleman Coco. Michael Palmer with the tackle. Gain of 2. Second
But he
8.
picks up 2 on the play, 2nd and 8 from their own 26, 4:36 remaining here in the first half. 42-14, Mount Lebanon. Mountain Lions trying to put a drive together here. Birchfield looks out to Fazick, and the ball thrown just a little ahead of Fazick, so he almost actually ran into Isaiah Barnes catching that ball, and then brought down right away
With the tackle. Loss
by
of
the Blue
1.
Devils. Brings up a 3rd and 9 on their own 25-yard line with 3:50 left here in the first half. Birchfield rolls out, looking way downfield, and it's picked off by, is that number 26 for Michael Palmer, Jr. for Mount Lebanon. Just read the quarterback's eyes and jumped the route there.
Yeah, waited a little too long. That was there. He just waited a little too long to throw it. You have to throw before the break. And Palmer read it very well, jumped in front of it. Sets up Mount Lebanon with a short field here with 3.5 to go here until halftime.
So 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils on the Mount Lions, 31 with 3:38 left. They give it to number 23. He breaks up the middle, and he will pick up a 1st down.
The ball carrier.
That was John Naylor on the carry.
Jacob Willie. Jonah Brandt on the stop.
Jacob Willie and Jonah Brandt
Gain of 11.
on the stop for the Mount Lions. So after a pickup 11, it will be 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line with 3:22 left here in the first half. And again, the give us to Naylor. He has a wide open hole, and he will go in for the score
Touchdown.
quite easily.
23 John Naylor.
Yeah, that was pretty easy.
That makes it 48-14.
That's Naylor's 3rd touchdown of the game. And unless the Mountain Lions score, that'll invoke the running clock in the second half. Here in the last 3 minutes of the half.
So kick is good, 49-14 with 3:14 left here in the first half.
Wow.
Yeah. it's been a long first half.
Yeah, there's a lot of points here. We don't see sometimes 9 touchdowns in 3 games sometimes, let alone a half. I think back in the I know it was a long time ago, 84 season when I played, we won one game 7-6, another game 8-7.
This is a long way from that.
This is completely the opposite of that, yeah. Exactly. Back in the dinosaur ages.
Those are baseball scores.
Yeah, we ran the ball a lot. We didn't throw very much, and neither did a lot of the other teams. It's a completely different game now, that's for sure. We didn't have these formations and 5 wides and all that stuff.
Kick is away. Fielded at the 14-yard line by Isaiah Barnes, and he'll get out to the 20.
Yeah, Isaiah will learn you can't dance out there on the kickoff. You're going to get nowhere. You just got to run hard to a hole, and hopefully it breaks up for you.
So 49-14 with 3:07 left here in the first half. Mount Lebanon Blue Devils on top of the Mount Lions here at Mansion Park.
Explosive offense here from Mount Lebanon. I didn't think Richland beat them by 30. 24, I guess, but still. They tried that screenplay again that they were very successful to Copeland, and Mount Lebanon sniffed it out this time. Big number 71 got his paw up there. Michael Ferlino knocked that pass down.
So 2nd and 10 for the Mount Lions from their own 21, I guess, 21-yard line. 3:02 left here in the first half. Birchfield looking to throw, and Fazik had not gotten there yet.
Yeah, I don't know if it was just overthrown to Fazik or he was expecting Wagner to do something different maybe and stop. But it definitely looked a little strange.
So it brings up 3rd down and 10 with 2:58 left. Birchfield drops back under some pressure, and he just throws it away. So that'll bring up 4th down and 10.
22, Charlie Gordon for Mount Lebanon did not let Wagner even come close to getting back for the ball. Good positioning. And yeah, you're right, Birchfield just basically threw it where nobody could get it. And that took all of about 9 seconds off the clock, so
So Mount Lebanon will get the ball back here after the Alex Berardinelli punt.
Maybe a few more than that, but not much more. Ford they scored with 14. So 21 seconds. That was it. They scored, and they get the ball back.
High snap. Berardinelli gets the punt away.
Good kick.
And it will be fielded at the 41 and run out of bounds at the 41.
38-yard kick, no return.
Actually, they're going to mark it at the 40.
Yeah, they just
39-yard punt.
they try to put it on the stripe for some reason to start drives. I don't know why they do that. And they got ripped off a yard.
Yeah.
I don't think Mount Lebanon's really concerned about it.
I don't think so either. 2:45 left here in the first half. 49-14 Mount Lebanon, and they have a 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line. And a fumble on the
Bad
play,
snap.
but Stalker gets on top of that. But they will lose 3 on the play.
Shotgun snap, either hit a leg or something on the way back, and never really made it. Stalker just dove on it.
So it'll be 2nd down and 14 from their own 36-yard line. The handoff is up the middle to, I believe, number 14, Antonio Lasota.
You got those couple yards back.
Antonio Lasota on the carry.
So he picks up 4, and it'll be 3rd and 10. And Mount Lebanon taking their time here at the snap, run down the clock. And again, the give is to Lasota, number 14.
Antonio Lasota.
Jonah Brandt drug him down.
By Jonah Brandt. And that'll bring up 4th down and about 5. Or 4th down and 4.
And they have not sent the punt team out there.
think they're going to just let their play clock run the whole way down and then punt it away. So the Mountain Lions will end up getting the ball back here with about 48 seconds left in the first half, down 49-14.
Mount Lebanon, their first of the half.
When you're heading to the concession stand, please take a minute to look at the posters circling the fence.
We haven't seen the punter yet.
Also take time to visit the Brian Boyd
No,
Foundation
we haven't.
flagpole, where they have
But I do
information
have his
about
name.
childhood cancer,
It's Charlie
the ways
Gordon.
you can help fight
Charlie
cancer,
Gordon.
including making a donation
The
and
defensive
or
back
purchasing
turned punter.
Brian Boyd Foundation merchandise or lemonade.
I'm still not convinced they're punting.
Yeah, they might not. You're right.
I mean, they're up 49-14. They might just run the ball, and if they get the first down, fine. And if they don't, so what? I don't think you'll see him come out and throw it all the way down the field, but who knows? And the Mountain Lions look like they see the punting unit out there. They have sent out a return guy deep,
Cam
Phasic,
Phasic.
and it does look like the punt unit for Mount Lebanon.
So Charlie Gordon will get ready to punt it away with 48 seconds left, up 49-14. And he lets it fly. Nice punt, takes a great bounce, and it's going to go all the way down to about the 5-yard line.
It didn't look pretty, but it was very effective. Got a great roll on the turf. It'll be a 50-yard punt. 51-yard punt if you mark it at the 5. Holy cow. 49-yard punt, I guess, where they're marking it. Even so, Mountain Lions will be pretty happy just not to turn it over here, I would think.
They will have 1st and 10 on their own 6. Birchfield in the shotgun. They give it to Copeland. He tries to get to the outside, and he will be brought down for a loss of 1 on the play.
And they may have just let this run out here.
Michael Palmer.
So we are approaching the end of the first half here. And that's just what the Mountain Lions will do. As time expires here in the first half, it is 49-14, Mount Lebanon on top of the Mountain Lions. So Chris and I will take a short break here at halftime and let you enjoy the Altoona Area High School marching band under the direction of Mr. Larry Detweiler.
Thank you to everyone else who is also wearing one. You're supporting the great deal for
Attention
our
sports
children's
fans, it's time for Throwback Thursdays. Do you remember Keith, Roosevelt, and Logan?
Well, to remember the past junior highs that we've had here before we all came into one, we're going to start doing Throwback Thursdays during the football season. This year, we're going to represent and honor the guys that played at Roosevelt Junior High School. As you can see behind me, our junior high football team is going to be wearing Roosevelt jerseys when we play Hollidaysburg on October 5th at Mansion Park. This is a great way to bring our community together, and as we move forward in the following years, we will be doing Keith and Logan jerseys as well. Junior high and the coaches will be selling these jerseys after the game, so if you're an alumni that wore one of these numbers, you can contact our head coach or Damon Luciano at the junior high to purchase them. This is a great event. We look forward to pulling all of our alumni together, and hopefully we see you out at the stadium that night. forward to pulling all of our alumni together, and hopefully we see you out of the stadium that night.
Attention sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present the Altoona Area High School Marching Band under the field direction of Drum Major Natalie Holsey. The majorettes are led by Head Majorette Hannah Taylor and assisted by Co-Head Majorette Meredith Coons. The Silks are led by Head Silk Abigail Hoover. The featured twirler is Mackenzie Detweiler. Throughout this football season, the band will be performing The Sky, featuring music with titles associated with things in the sky. Tonight's show opens with the 1963 Bob Dylan classic, Blowin' in the Wind, after which we welcome the Altoona Area High School Rioneers dance team performing to the 2013 release of One Republic, Counting Stars. On the field at this time are members of the Brian Morton Foundation Board of Directors holding 4 candles. One for all children with cancer who have died, and one for each of the 3 young girls, Maddie, Emmett, and Kiera, who lost their lives to cancer in April and June. These girls were not strangers to us. Their homes were in Bellwood and here in Altoona. The motto of the Christopher Society is, "It is better to light one candle than curse the darkness." In the past 5 months, we have lost 3 beautiful, shining lights, but we will always remember them and the love and joy they brought to so many people. Their lights will continue to shine to those of us who choose to light candles in the midst of darkness.
Kiera accomplished a great deal in her 16 years on Earth. She would have been a junior this year at Altoona Area High School and was an honor roll student who loved music, especially playing the violin in the school orchestra. She also enjoyed singing and dancing. Kiera was very adventurous and loved to kayak. Her faith was very strong. She also played the violin in the choir at her church. Emma would have been a senior this year at Altoona Area High School. She was a cheerleader as well as a member of the gymnastics team, chorus, and dance club. She enjoyed going to concerts, dancing, and hanging out with her friends and family. She would be celebrating her 18th birthday at the end of this month on September 30th. Emma and Kiera both stood up to cancer with great courage and spirit. They are missed beyond measure.
Event on Sunday, September 10th. AASD students, staff, administration, and other community members have walked an amazing 9,840 miles. Added to other totals from the beginning of September, the Brian Morton Foundation team with Alex's Million Mile Run, Walk, and Ride 2017 has logged 14,550 miles. Leading our ceremonial walk tonight are members of the Brian Morton Foundation, including survivors and their families, as well as family members of children who fought cancer but did not win their battle here on Earth. We also have staff members who supported both Emma and Kia during the school year when they were unable to attend on a daily basis. Next are representatives from the elementary and secondary schools that walked the most miles during our competition. Dr. Jill Delogio is principal of Logan Elementary School. They logged an astounding 5,573 miles, more than 10 miles per student. Mrs. Lori Mangan is principal of Altoona Area Junior High School, the secondary school that logged the most miles between September 10th and September 19th. Please congratulate students and staff from these schools for their outstanding efforts. The final participants in the ceremonial walk will be introduced in a presentation on the 50-yard line. Thank you everyone who participated in our first Altoona Area School District Wellness Walk for Childhood Cancer. You helped raise awareness for wellness and for children with cancer. We encourage all of you to keep walking. At this time, we welcome representatives of the Brian Morton Foundation and winners of the 2017 Go for the Gold competition to the 50-yard line for a special presentation. Our secondary school winner for the 6th straight year is the Altoona Area High School. Congratulations. Altoona Area High School students sold more than 500 gold ribbons and are helping to sell more tonight. Accepting on behalf of the students and staff is Altoona Area High School Principal Andy Neely and Student Council Representatives Taylor Manley, Madeline Ardrey, and Michaela Berger. Our elementary winner is Juniata Elementary School. Students and staff donated more than $1.30 per student to fight childhood cancer. Accepting on behalf of the students and staff is Juniata's principal, Brandy Werner, teacher Heidi Solner, and student representatives. Enormous thank you and congratulations to all of you. On behalf of all children who battle cancer and their families, the Brian Morton Foundation would like to extend deep appreciation to all schools and groups who showed their spirit and determination to fight childhood cancer in our 2017 Go for the Gold competition and the Brian Morton Foundation team of Alice's Million Miles. You are making a difference in the lives of children with cancer, proving that love and light is more powerful than the darkness of disease and fear. And special recognition goes to the founder and leader of the Brian Morton Foundation, Dawn Morton. Thank you all for all your support. The band closes tonight's halftime show with the 1939 Judy Garland classic from The Wizard of Oz, Over the Rainbow. Mellophone soloist is Brandon Cayley, and trumpet soloist is Jesse Hamilton. Ladies and gentlemen, the Altoona Area High School Marching Band. And now, on Altoona. Major Advisor Kelly Detweiler, Soap Advisor Lisa Moore, Band Assistant Drew Yingling, Percussion Instructor Mike Baker, and Band Director Larry Detweiler. We have the winning number of the 50-50 coming up. It'll be up on the big board. And the winning number is 2, 7, 4, 6, 6, 5. 2, 7, 4, 6, 6, 5. If you've got it, report to the flagpole. 2, 7, 4, 6, 6, 5.
All right, we are getting ready here to start the second half very shortly. Chris, do you want to give us run down some of the scoring here? I guess lots of scoring here in the first half.
Yeah. It started out with the Mountain Lions scoring first, believe it or not, in this game. Shaquem Copeland with a 43-yard run at 8:03 the first quarter. Eisel kick put the Mountain Lions up 7-0, and then it was all Mount Lebanon for a while. At 6:41 of the first, Kane with a 77-yard pass from Stalker. They added the extra point to tie it at 7. Then Naylor, a 1-yard run at 1:10 left in the first quarter, 14-7. And then right away, they turned around and got like an onside kick kind of 30 yards down the field. And Grable had a 50-yard pass from Stalker there to make it 21-7 at the end of the first quarter. Then to start off the second quarter, Mount Lebanon scores again. Lesotho an 18-yard run to make it 28-7. Mount Mount Lebanon scored at 8:19. Naylor, a 2-yard run, 35-7. Mount Lions came back and scored a minute later at 7:09. 13-yard pass from Birchfield to Fazick. It made it 35-14. And then Powers had an 8-yard pass from Stalker to make it 42-14. And Naylor added, with 3 minutes left, a 20-yard run for Mount Lebanon to make it 49-14. 9 touchdowns in the first half. Stalker had 296 yards passing for Mount Lebanon in the first half. And that kind of sums it all up.
So we had not only a long but a high-scoring first half here. A lot of points, and we will get ready to start the second half here momentarily. And we will have a running clock in the second half since Mount Lebanon is up by 35.
Mount Lebanon will receive here as they deferred at the beginning of the game.
They won the toss, so Alex Berardinelli will kick it away. And here we go, start of the third quarter. And the ball was fielded at the 15 by number 2. He's still on his feet and finally brought down about the 44-yard line. That was number 2, Chandru Vaughn, sophomore for Mount Lebanon. Adam Port on the stop.
Another sophomore on sophomore there.
296 passing, Mount Lebanon 105 for Altoona. Total offense, Mount Lebanon 435, Altoona 76. 45 penalized for Mount Lebanon, 25 for Altoona.
So here we go, 1st and 10 on their own 44 for the Blue Devils. And they give it up the middle for a first down.
Sam Wilson on the carry.
Sam Rolfson, number 9 on the carry. He's a sophomore.
Mike Focarelli.
He picks up 10 right away up the middle.
Mike Focarelli on the stop for the Mount Lions.
Number 15, Mike Focarelli there after that stop, I think lost his shoe.
So he'll come off a play.
Lace one up there for him. Get back in there quickly.
Passes out to number 15, Sam Lasota, younger brother of Antonio Lasota.
And this is Seth Morgan now a quarterback, the junior who started the first 2 games of the year for Mount Lebanon. He threw for 400 yards against Pine Richland in game 2, so he's very capable backup.
And brought down by number 13, Nick Villano. That was Sam Rolfson on the carry. Another first down, so 1st and 10 on the Mount Line 28 with 10:35 left here in the third. Up 49-14. And fumble, looks like it might be recovered by the Mountain Lions, and it is.
And just as I was singing the praises of Seth Morgan, he fumbles. But that doesn't mean he can't throw the ball. But in the ground game there, he didn't do a great job.
Yeah, that was just a mistake. He needed to pitch that, and instead he tried to hold on and lost it.
So I think Mount Lebanon's going to get some different guys in there.
And they try to pass a little screen out there to Tyler Wagner, and he's overthrown.
And that just didn't develop correctly.
No.
The timing was way off. It was kind of slow.
Second down and 10.
2nd and 10 on their own 28 for the Mount Lions. Down 49-14 with 9:50 left here in the third quarter. Birchfield looking to throw. Pass is tipped and incomplete. Intended for Cam Fazick coming across the middle.
Mount Lebanon rushing 4 and have 7 guys back in coverage.
Oh, roughing the passer against Mount Lebanon. That'll give the Mountain Lions 15 yards and a first down.
Yeah, break for the Mountain Lions there.
So with 9:25 left here in the third, 1st and 10 for the Mountain Lions on their own 43. Jet sweep to Fazick. He gets around the corner and he will pick up probably 4 on the play, maybe 5.
Michael Palmer filed with the tackle.
Michael Palmer on the stop for the Blue Devils.
And they run that jet sweep quite a few times today. A couple times it's worked decently for them. 5-yard gain, or well, they give them 4, I guess, on first down. Isn't a bad play there.
Give the Copeland up the middle. He will pick up 3 on the play. Bring up 3rd and 3. Ball at midfield. 8:30 left here in the third quarter. 49-14 Mount Lebanon. Mountain Lions moving the ball.
And they're still in that single back, trips right formation they've used a lot tonight.
And under pressure is Birchfield. And
Reception by
Cam Fazick.
Tackle by number 5, Lucas Sakara.
Complete to Fazick, but short of the first down. That was definitely a throw in heavy traffic
Fourth down
by
and 1.
Birchfield, and he got it in there, but it's going to be 4th and short, and the Mountain Lions are going to go for it here. And right here is one of your dangers, or should I say downfalls of the spread offense, the short yardage.
But they pick it up. Isaiah Barnes. And he will finally get knocked out of bounds at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, you snap the ball back in shotgun, you're all the way back there, but you only had to go a yard. But the jet sweep actually worked on that play, and Barnes gets the first down around the edge, showing some good speed for the Mountain Lions. And they got one of their big fellas down, but he's walking off the field now. Number 75, Gage Hill, was down there for a moment, but he looks like he's okay. Oh,
Wow.
I didn't see the flag. Holding. So that'll take them back, and it'll make it 4th and about 3, it looks like. I'll put the ball in midfield.
So that will be 4th and 3, ball placed at the 50 with 7:10 remaining here in the third quarter. And the Mountain Lions are going to try and decide what they're going to do here. And I guess they're going to go for it. Birchfield comes back in, and only 8 seconds remaining on the play clock. They got to get the snap away here quick and get set. They just do. Birchfield under pressure. And pass is broken up.
Pass broken up by number 8, Cam Powers.
Number 8, Cam Powers, broke up the pass, a junior for Mount Lebanon. So Mount Lebanon will take over on downs, 1st and 10 on the 50.
That just kind of sums up how things go for the Mountain Lions. They had the first down, they get a penalty, and then all of a sudden now they're trying to figure out what's going on, and the play clock's almost down, and just how things go.
Oh, there's going to be a roughing the passer on the Mountain Lions, which will probably be declined.
They'll probably add it on the run.
Oh, yeah, they will add it.
I don't know how it's roughing the passer whenever it was a pitch play. Unnecessary roughness, yes.
Yeah.
But I don't know how it's roughing the passer on a running play. It makes no sense to me. But because unnecessary roughness doesn't get tacked on the end.
So 1st and 10 on the Mountain Line 18. Pass out to number 15, stopped by Braden Birchfield. That was Sam Lasota on the reception. No gain.
Just a quick little passing game there. Doubles is similar to runs for Mount Lebanon.
Quarterback keeper. And he's going to go all the way in for the score. 18 yards by Seth Morgan puts the Blue Devils up 55-14 with 5:46 remaining here in the third quarter.
It's just a quarterback keeper. Mountain Lions bid on it, and up the middle he went. Barsick in there to try the extra point.
And the kick is up, and it is good. It'll make it 56-14 with 5:46 here left in third quarter.
So in the 6A division tonight around the WPIAL, we have North Allegheny will be at Butler. Seneca Valley will be at Central Catholic. Tomorrow afternoon, Penn Hill's at Shaler. That is the games that are in the Northern 7 Conference. In Altoona's conference, called the Southeastern Conference, Cannon McMillan's at Norwin. Hempfield at Peters Township along with this game. And then there's an inter-conference game between the two. Pine Richland from the other side against Bethel Park tonight from Altoona's side, the Southeastern Conference. So that's the 6A games that we see tonight. Pine Richland, Bethel Park, two undefeated teams battling each other. So that's kind of like one of the games of the week for in the WPIAL. Pine Richland, very, very good. Bethel Park runs the ball very well. They're good also. Altoona will see Bethel Park later in the season. Fielded at about the 8. That's Avery McCauley.
Avery McCauley on the return.
Back to about the 27-yard line. Mountain Lions will try to get something going here. You're playing for next week now.
Yeah.
You're too many scores behind in the amount of time with a running clock especially that you have, and trying to get some confidence and some momentum going into next week.
1st and 10 from their own 27, down 56-14 with 5:15 remaining here in the third. Birchfield drops back to throw, has Tyler Wagner open, and boy, that was broken up very nicely by number 26, Michael Palmer, at the last second.
Yeah, he was beat. He was a desperation reach out there, and he got a hold of the ball and knocked it away. That was a great play at the last minute by Palmer. Most of the time that's a completed pass. That was a good route and a good throw. And we'd like to see more of that out of the Mountain Lions, just to to have a chance to complete those things.
2nd and 10. Ball out to Cam Fazick, and he's going to be brought down after a gain of 2 on the play. Or I'm sorry, was that Isaiah? It was Isaiah Barnes on the reception.
Single-digit number.
Yep. My eyes are starting to get a little blurry up here.
And that's right there in a nutshell is kind of the problem that the Mountain Lions face. They have a one-on-one matchup in the open field, and Mount Lebanon and whoever they're playing actually makes the tackle. The same thing is reversed, and Aiden Kane for Mount Lebanon makes a move in the open field and gets by a guy or two. The Mountain Lions just are missing their playmakers, and that's part of the problem.
Birchfield looking, and they're going to call, I believe, pass interference on that.
That was Palmer again.
And that one was close.
Very close. I mean, legitimately very close. That was almost a good play. Maybe a hair early. In the officials' eyes, it was early.
So that'll give the Mountain Lions a first down. With 3:45 left here in the third. They'll have a 1st and 10 on their own 45-yard line.
Nothing to do but here, throw it down the field. Nothing left. Try to make something happen.
Out to Cam Fazick, and
Cameron Basic,
And there you have it. That's exactly what I was just talking about. There,
tackled by Lucas Acaro.
number 5, Lucas DeCaro comes in, sheds the blocker, makes the play. Altoona guys having trouble breaking that tackle in the open field to turn it upfield and get some yards after the catch. And that's kind of what this offense depends upon, actually. Get the ball out in open space, the quick throws, and you got to make something happen in the open field.
Birchfield drops back to throw. And Cameron Fazick was well covered, as Michael Palmer was not fooled by the fake handoff.
And that's happened many, many times tonight, where the defensive back's in great position and over the top of the play. They need to try some back shoulders, and like Wagner with a back shoulder like they scored last week against Peters Township in the end zone. Have him come back to the ball. Run the stop. There's the stop right there. Exactly what we were talking about. That's exactly what you do when the team's over the top on you all the time. Stop
Tyler Wagner.
and throw it behind them. That was a great play, great pass, great catch, good route. We need to see more of that.
First down pickup for the Mountain Lions with 2 minutes left here in the third quarter, down 56-14. 1st and 10 on the Blue Devil 45-yard line. The give is to Copeland. He will get it out to the 40. Pickup of 5 on the play. Be 2nd down and 5 on the 40-yard line for the Mountain Lions.
Tackle at 48, Bank Greenwood.
And someone is injured for Mount Lebanon.
Next week, Mount Lebanon will travel back home and play North Allegheny. North Allegheny, traditional perennial power out there in the WPIAL. Not quite as good as they have been, but that should be a decent game. North Allegheny versus Mount Lebanon. North Allegheny is 2-2 overall, which we're not used to seeing that with North Allegheny, but they will play a 4-1 probably now. I would think probably safe to say that. Mount Lebanon squad, who is actually undefeated in the conference. Their loss, of course, was to Pine Richland that we talked about. You know, we talked a lot about Aiden Kane coming in, and that's the Mount Lebanon player, gets up and is helped off the field. We talked a lot about Aiden Kane. The second game of the year against Pine Richland, he set a state record with 27 receptions in the game. And as a matter of fact, after the game, he thought it was 25. Everybody told him it was 25. And his coach went back and watched the film later that night and said that they counted wrong and there was 27. And it was a good story in the Post-Gazette about it. And that is the state record. Fourth most ever in the nation, ever in a high school game. The record is 32.
Wow.
And he had 350 yards receiving that game, which was a WPIAL record. And the state record's 355, so it was the second most in the state. But and the guy, that was his second game ever because he missed the last 2 years with torn ACLs. He didn't play his sophomore or junior year. So what a very good athlete he is.
And Birchfield had Wagner open, but throw is out of bounds. So it'll be third and 5 now, with 1:20 left here in the third.
And they were behind that game, and that's partly why they threw so much. And you know, here Aiden Kane is out in the second half. He's not even playing. Some of their younger guys in, Mount Lebanon does. But Wagner was open, had a couple steps on the defender there on that last one, just overthrown by Birchfield.
Jet sweep to Fazick, and this time it'll go for a big loss, a 6 on the play. They're going to call it 5. No, they are going to call it loss of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down and 11. And Altoona's going to go for it. 25 seconds left here in the third quarter, down 56 to 14. They go to 4th and 11. Birchfield drops back to pass. Has Fazick open, but it's intercepted. It just took too long to develop. And I think that was number 6.
Lucas DeCaro on the interception. Yeah,
Number 5, yeah.
Or was it 5?
Yeah, it was number 5, Lucas DeCaro.
Lucas DeCaro, yeah. The timing was just off. He just waited too long to throw.
Yeah, he was wide open. He just couldn't get it there.
And it's to throw it on the guy's break. And after he breaks, the safety reads it, and then you're done. Yeah, 4th and long, you're going to give it a shot anyway. You would have punted. That will be the end of the third quarter with the running clock here.
So 56-14 at the end of 3 here at Mansion Park. Before we get ready to start the 4th quarter, I just want to thank some people tonight. The Mountain Lion television crew for bringing you tonight's game action live. Zach Gibbons, Tyler Berry, Mason Nartades, Andrew Cassidy, Travis Scalise, Jared Marasco, Evan Knoll, and Chase Wade. I'd like to thank those guys for doing a great job tonight, bringing us the action here at Mansion Park.
Yeah, they do a great job with the production and the cameras and everything. I mean, it's all student run. Mr. Sipes and I are the only ones up here, and we don't have a nickel in the whole production. Otherwise, I mean, yeah. So they do a great job of what they do. They must have a pretty good teacher, I guess.
I guess so. So they say. So 1st and 10. Ball in around 35, and number 2 is off to the races. And that was Chandru Vaughn, sophomore for Mount Lebanon.
Yeah, 65-yard touchdown run, untouched. Way too easy.
So with 11:41, it is 62-14, Mount Lebanon. Is Barsick still in? Yeah. Try the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. So that'll make it 63-14 with 11:41 left here in the ball game.
Yeah, that was untouched. 65-yard down the sideline. Showing some speed, Vaughn, there, too. Nobody was catching
very
him.
quick.
So the Mountain Lions, they will fall to 0-3 in the league. 1-4 overall. And they have a date with Cannon McMillan next week, who's currently 1-1 right now, and they're playing at where are they playing? I said that earlier.
Altoona?
Cannon McMillan.
Cannon McMillan,
tonight.
yeah.
They're playing at Norwin tonight, so Mountain Lions will be tied with Hempfield for last in the conference. They play Hempfield in a couple weeks.
There goes Avery McCauley. He gets out to the 20-yard line. He's going to be brought down right away.
Avery McCauley.
So that'll be their homecoming opponent in 2 weeks, Hempfield. Hempfield lost 31-0 last week to Mount Lebanon. So maybe the Mountain Lions get a couple guys back, and next week or the week after could be a little bit more of a excuse me, doable thing for them. We'll see.
And Altoona has number 12 at quarterback, Liam DeAngelis.
Yeah, time to put the sophomore in, Liam DeAngelis, 5'10", 165 pounds.
Get some experience.
Yep.
And Altoona will pick up one on the play there. Be 3rd and 8. 63-14 here with about 10 minutes left in the ball game. Altoona losing to Mount Lebanon. DeAngelis looking to throw. Nice pass across the middle for a gain of about 4.
Logan DeArmond, got by John Drew Vaughn.
Logan DeArmond on the reception there. Chandru Vaughn on the stop. So it'll be 4th and 5 from their own 25 for the Mountain Lions, and they this time will bring Alex Bardinelli in to kick it away. Approaching 9 minutes left in the ball game. And the ball will be down by the Mountain Lions at the 42.
Ball down by number 45, Robert Farrell.
Robert Farrell down there, down in the punt. A lot of young guys in there in spots
33-yard punt,
now
no
to
return.
finish this game up.
Another quarterback in there. Pitch out to Vaughn. He'll pick up one on the play.
Andrew
That
Vaughn.
was snapped to number 41. Sean Logren.
Robert Farrell. Tristan Weston on the stop.
All kinds of
Second and 8.
young guys in there. Backups. Brennan Schaefer, 10th grader, number 61. Linebacker, number 70, John Jones at linebacker for the Mountain Lions. There's 16 on the carry, Everett Lefevre.
John Jones, number 70 on the stop for the Mountain Lions.
Third down and 4.
So it'll bring up 3rd and 4 for the Blue Devils with 7:20 left in the ball game. Pitch out to the outside. Pickup of 2 on the play. It'll bring up 4th down and 2 yards to go. Number 31 on the run there for Mount Lebanon. That was Tommy McLean.
Punter on the stop.
So 6:43 left here in the ball game. 63-14 Mount Lebanon on top of the Mountain Lions. And quarterback keeper picks up the 1st down. That was number 41,
John Logren.
Sean Logren on the carry.
And he just kind of fell forward after the initial stop across the line to gain. And
Stefano on the
first
stop.
down, Mount Lebanon keep this drive alive.
And the give is to number 11, Edward Kubit.
Kubit on the carry.
He'll pick up 3 maybe.
All kinds of people in and out here.
Rhodes on the stop.
It's hard to keep track of it all. Gary Miller, 69, coming in for the Mountain Lions. Second down at about 7.
So 2nd and 7 on the Mountain Lion 44. Number 30 and number 70 on the stop for the Mountain Lions.
John Jones in the backfield. He's had a good job in mop-up duty here. Mentioned his name a couple times.
Jalen Rhodes also on that stop. Approaching 5 minutes left.
Third down about 8 here. You see these young guys make some plays here and get the ball turned back over to the Mountain Lions.
Quarterback keeper again. And Logren will once again pick up the 1st.
Yeah, that'll be enough for a first down.
Logan DeArmond, Jared McClellan on the stop.
Logan DeArmond was in there, but number 83, but just not early enough to stop him before he got the first down. You know it's late in the game whenever they're have a number 41 at quarterback. You know what I mean? That lets you know. Carrying the ball like a loaf of bread out there.
John Robert. Initial hit by number 86, Garrett McMullen.
So 63-14 with 4 minutes left. 2nd and 6 on the Mount Line, 32-yard line for the Blue Devils.
Saw number 67, Donnie Fisher, in on that last stop.
Going to send a shout out to our 50-yard line gatekeeper down there, Mr. Tom Fox.
Logan Drummond.
The gatekeeper.
The gatekeeper.
Of Aiden Airport.
We don't know what he does, but he keeps the gate.
He
that's
keeps
for sure.
the gate. And he's wearing a vest. So. All right, 3rd and 7 with about 3 minutes left. Give us the number 33, and the Mountain Lions will have none of that.
Logan DeArmond initially on the stop, held him up for John Jones to come in and take him down. 4th and about 10 here.
And John Jones on the shot. Loss of 2.
Down and about 9.
Approaching the 2-minute mark here, 63-14, 4th and 9. Something tells me we might have a quarterback keeper. Oh no, he pitches it out. Mountain Lions do a good job on the coverage there.
Galen Rhodes, they're on the stop, along with Gary Miller.
So the Mountain Lions will take over.
So they get the stop finally that they need. Gary Miller in there on that stop on 4th down. Give the Mountain Lions the ball back. DeAngelis plows ahead for a couple.
Liam DeAngelis on the carry.
And we knew Mount Lebanon was going to be a tall challenge coming into this. They were a good team. They're even a little better than I thought they were, actually.
Yeah.
They're a pretty good team, and they actually lost one. Pine Richland.
Which tells you at the caliber they're at.
Yeah, exactly.
Joe Monzel on the carry.
Number 20, Joe Bonzel getting in there on the carry.
So it'll be 3rd and 9 from their own 32-yard line with about 40 seconds left here in the ball game. Down 63-14. Mountain Lions looking to pass. They let one fly, and that number 45 for the Mountain Lions.
Farrell.
Yeah, that was intended for Robert Farrell.
Ladies and gentlemen, this game.
It was a good looking pass by DeAngelis, just a little bit too far for him.
Well, that will do it for tonight. So final score from Mansion Park is Mount Lebanon 63, Altoona 14. Folks, we hope you enjoyed the broadcast tonight, and we will see you in 2 weeks to watch the Mountain Lions host Hempfield for the Altoona homecoming. Have a great evening, folks. Enjoy.